We have a cluster of the earthquakes and seismic activity, should we call it, at the little island of Eldey, off the shore of the Reykjanes Peninsula. Of course, this is not just this rock. There is a pattern of the, oceanic ridge beyond that, and this is where the red dots are. They are showing the earthquakes in the range of 2, 2.1, 2, 3 in the Reykjanes ridge area. This is where the mid-Atlantic ridge is opening up and creating, through the bodinage process, sausage making, this pattern of the volcanic systems in the Reykjanes Peninsula. The waves of this seismic activity, in the past we noticed that when they arrive, they start from the west in the Reykjanes ridge and then come on shore in the Reykjanes Peninsula and cause at least the past 3 eruptions that we have seen in the December, January, and February this time. This is squeezing will create, as if moving the magma, creating the breakage actually for the magma to rise, and this makes pathway for the magma from the mantle rise through the blocks of the fault lines, through the crush zone of the fault lines, I should say, upward, which leads to eruption. Movement of the magma we can see, and when it erupts in the surface, of course, as everybody can see that. This is Fagradalsfjall, for example. It happened in 2021, in the March. And this was one single vent, so it had everything had to erupt from that. It looked dramatic, but compared to a volcano like Damovan-Klechevskaya or the Popocatépetl, that's quite a small. I have several videos explaining about more in detail about the Reykjanes ridge and this seismic activity in that area. At the moment, there is no chance for volcanic activity there. We pick up this seismic activity because we have placed our seismic stations there, and there is no GPS station, but we know that there is no magma at the moment. We had several big earthquakes in the Atlantic Ocean, in the what is called the Reykjanes ridge. It is underwater earthquakes on the ridge of the land, which is created when the mid-Atlantic ridge split the Eurasia from the North America. The extension of this land, when it comes at the surface, is called Reykjanes Peninsula. And you can see to the left we have the North America, and the right is the Eurasia. Here you can see it in the form of topography. Iceland has been created at the middle. You see Scandinavia in the top right, and the UK in the middle of the near the center right. This is where this split is happening, and this split and the cracks are creating these earthquakes. The land is extended, the earth lithosphere is extended there, is spreading, and this is spreading creates this new land by the magma coming up because the pressure is removed. In other parts of the planet Earth, we have collision, those red parts. Here we have the extension. If you look into the earth mantle, you can see the effect of this. Land being subducted and the mantle plume coming up, creating new land also. The earth crust at this area, Reykjanes ridge, is not more than 5 kilometers thick. The depth of the earthquake was 10 kilometers, so that we can say safely it was in the mantle, or the top of the part of the mantle, where this split is happening. On the land, we will have earthquakes like what we saw in the Fagradalsfjall in 2021, then followed by eruption. We can conclude that these earthquakes, if they happen in the Reykjanes ridge, we can also have similar underwater eruptions there. And the situation is really interesting. We are lucky we see that on the land in the Iceland. At the moment it's happening at the bottom of the ocean. Everybody is now looking at the Fagradalsfjall volcano. They look at the cameras, they look at the charts, tremors, harmonic tremors, earthquakes, movements of the magma, 3D models of it, to see when this little volcano will erupt on land. It is not going to erupt that quick. As you can see, the eruption is a little bit delayed. What is more important is that another volcano may erupt. That is the Eldey volcano system. This is part of the mid-Atlantic ridge, which reaches the land on the Reykjanes Peninsula. This is now in eruption mode. This is the middle part. You saw the 3D model of it. Huge earthquakes, 4.2. And this is a little island, just a peak of one of those ridges of the Mid-Atlantic ridge poking out of the ground. Probably part of a fault line dropped down. This is a scary part. This is called Reykjanes Ridge. It extends for thousands of kilometers down toward the south. What we saw in the Fagradalsfjall in 2022 was just a little bit of it. The rest of it is under the water in the ocean, part of the Reykjanes Ridge. This volcano actually may erupt sooner than the Fagradalsfjall. We have to keep an eye on that one. This is more likely to open and create a volcano, maybe under the water. We have to wait and see.